Welcome into Tippernaught Sports. It is NBA regular season week 5. Great show planned. We're going to be talking top performances of last week, games on the radar for the upcoming week. We're going to look at some MVP odds, and then we're going to be having some predictions for games on Tuesday. So exciting show. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, go and join the team. Let's jump into this. Top performances of the week. There were some scoring explosions this past week, and going through these Monday, Shea had 45, Steph had 37 on Tuesday. That's not relative to the rest of these performances, not an explosion, but that was still a great game. Wednesday, Wemby put up 50. Giannis one-ups him, 9-ups him, puts up 59. Wednesday, LeBron puts up a triple-double, 35, 12, and 14. Friday, De'Aaron Fox puts up 60, and the Kings still lose. Saturday, Jazz Kings, De'Aaron Fox again puts up 49. So huge week of games. We're going to check some of these out. Now, let's start with SGA on Monday. Put up 45, 3, and 9. Let's watch a couple of these buckets. See what's going on. We'll go all his made field goals. And then let's go to his second half buckets. I was going to say, I don't know if I actually watched a lot of this game, but I think that I did. We'll talk later in the show, but MVP odds, Shea's up there near the top. And Chet going out, that might honestly help him. More usage. Was it 6-point game, halfway through the fourth? Jalen Williams, he's been awesome. Six-point game, 6-point Thunder lead. 4 minutes left to go. So slithery. 3-point game, 2 minutes left. If he gets super aggressive and makes a lot of threes, he's going to be he's already kind of impossible to stop. It's so hard to get a stop on him in the paint. He kind of gets to the paint whenever he wants. Okay, that was SGA putting up 45, 3, and 9 against the Clippers. Let's go to, we're not going to go fully into this. Maybe I'll link up here, or if not, can find it. But I did a full video on Mavs Warriors, Steph, Clay, and Draymond. All three great games. Clay, of course, not on the Warriors. But nonetheless, this was an awesome game. Let's just watch. I'm sure you've seen this by now. Let's watch Steph at the end of this game. So we're going to go his last 4 buckets. This is Steph's fourth quarter buckets. Warriors down at 6 at this point. I know Curry, the whole thing is his 3-point shooting, but Steph in the mid-range is beautiful to watch. 4-point game. This was incredible watching this game. Tough bucket. It was rocking in there. This one's just incredible. It cuts off the celebration, but not just that moment, but the entire game was incredible. But Steph hitting that shot, yelling into the camera, having some words. They weren't at Clay directly, but they were for Clay. Just incredible. Wednesday, Wemby puts up 50. Where are we at? Spurs end up winning this game against the Wizards, 139-130. Let's check out some of these buckets. Let's see how Wemby actually scored these. So he went 18-29 from the field, so he was putting up shots. 8 of 16, 50% from 3. Not that many free throws. All right, let's watch. What do we want to watch?
Struggled shooting.
Let's go. We'll watch second half.
16-point lead the Spurs had in the first quarter. It was quick.
Beginning of the third. Spurs down 2. Off the glass, talks to the bench. Dangerous from deep. If he just pulls up, no one's going to be able to block him. He could shoot 20 of those a game. I will say, we won't watch a whole lot of it, but Sar did. He was playing pretty aggressive on Wemby.
6 threes. 3 straight games.
I need to watch a little bit more of Sar.
Looking to answer. Stops, fades.
He looks huge.
And he puts it in.
They might not be this year, but if the Wizards, they've got some interesting size on their team right now. Between Kuzma, Sar, they're lengthy. Valanciunas hand in the face. Not really face, but he got his hand up there. Didn't matter at all. So tall. I wish Chris Paul was going to be with the Spurs for longer. Just thinking that he's getting up there. Good highlights. Wemby shooting it well from behind the arc. Let's move on to the other game on Wednesday. Giannis going for 59, and they win this game. Bucks gaining not a lot of traction, but they're at least got a couple wins. It was looking dire. The Pistons also, I'm calling my shot. I think the Pistons are going to be in the play-ins at least. They've been playing good ball, better ball. I won't say good or great ball, but they've been playing better. Let's check out some of Giannis's 59 points. He put up 59, 14, and 7. Cade's been playing awesome recently. All right. Look at all of his field goals. Look at a shot here. Peppering in the mid-range. He's been working that in a lot. They'll pull up mid-range. This game went into overtime. Let's check out overtime. If I remember correctly, he kind of took over in extra minutes.
He's got 50 points. His 9th career 50-point game. What a night.
Giannis also kind of up there in the MVP odds that we'll talk about later in the video.
Giannis walks right into it. It's his night. It's his night.
I forgot about that celebration. No comment.
Giannis will pull up. He's had success.
That's a shot. If he gets that, and you defender has to pull up, then at that point, no stopping him.
Spins off of it, lays it in. Make it 57 for Giannis.
Final bucket. 5-point lead to ice the game.
Giannis looking for
There it is.
slam for 59.
I got to see Giannis a couple times last year. He lives up to his name, Greek Freak. He does not look. He looks different than everybody else on the court. Let's move on. We'll check out a little bit of this one. A lot of good performances on Wednesday. Not so much a scoring explosion, but LeBron putting up a triple-double, 35, 12, and 14. Lakers win this game 128 to 123 against the Grizzlies. Let's actually watch. This could be a dud watching this, but let's check out some of LeBron's assists.
James has the rookie
Fourth quarter.
Sets up Huff. A J Huff 3 is off, and he has not shot the ball well from distance tonight. 0 for 4. Connect, meanwhile, he has and continues. Huff. A J Huff 3 is off, and he has not shot the ball well from distance tonight. 0 for 4. Connect, meanwhile, he has and continues.
Like, I'm not sure that was an assist, but we'll give it to him.
Was available to the Grizzlies a year ago. Russell.
Nothing crazy there, just dumping it off straight to the shot.
One more, and he'll have a triple-double for the 3rd straight game. James going behind the back, attacking.
Good pass.
LeBron making it happen everywhere.
I've been liking. A lot of times I'll watch just the made baskets, but I've really, especially, I'll count LeBron in there, but definitely Jokic. I've been loving watching Jokic assists.
Here's James. Gives it up
Is
to
Jokic on here?
Hachimura on the 3-ball. That's good.
Jokic is not. Really, we're going shorter on the top performances this week. It's a couple of LeBron. I was half paying attention. But I'm glad we checked that one out. All we have left now is some De'Aaron Fox. We're going to watch a little bit of the losing performance on Friday. So we're skipping Thursday. Thursday was Mavs, Jazz. Jazz upset the Mavs, even with Luka putting up 37. Let's check out De'Aaron Fox putting up 60, and then we'll close out looking at his 49-point performance against the Jazz. So obviously, this game goes to OT. Timberwolves ended up closing out the Kings 130 to 126. Edwards put up 36, 5, and 2. Fox, in a losing effort, 60 points, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists. And somehow I actually have not watched a ton of this game. I meant to. I don't know what I got into that day. So I'm excited to watch some of this. Do we want to watch? I'm going to watch second half. Cutting this down a little. And there's a lot of second half and overtime buckets.
Yeah, that's a momentum killer.
Right back at him, going left hand.
18-point lead, cut it to 16.
Took some pictures, posed for a selfie, then dropped in.
This is from the NBA Cup. I've been liking the courts a lot more this year. I feel like the continuity between the courts, between the teams, has been a huge improvement from last year. So still 18-point lead. What was it? Final score. We'll check final score. This lead's been wide open. 16-point lead still. Beginning of the fourth, cuts it to 14. Thought this game tightened up quite a bit. Sabonis not high in the MVP race, but his name's at least, you can bet on him. He's up there. This point, 9-point lead. 7. Sacramento probably ready to go crazy with this game. 6-point chance to cut it to 5. 4-point lead. Oh gosh.
I've been so wrong tonight in so many ways, apparently.
Timberwolves' first basket of the fourth. De'Aaron Fox, a new career high.
And DeMar DeRozan. This is it.
No words. I'm just curious how this game unfolds late.
Foxy with 48. This is November basketball.
48. So we still have a lot of buckets.
Exactly what they had in mind.
Fox, foul line. Oh my gosh.
I'm a dingo. Of course they made it close. Forgot this game went to overtime.
So does Chris Finch. Fox with 52. Looking for more.
Over Gobert.
54 for number 5.
We got 6 more points. Into OT now.
De'Aaron now. 3 ball. Oh, wow. We are witnessing history, ladies and gentlemen. Decides to back
Great
it out.
commentating by myself here.
Connected to the hip.
I'm just watching.
De'Aaron, 3 ball. Oh, we got a 60-piece, all flat.
Final bucket.
Lemon pepper, barbecue, whatever. It doesn't matter. He's that dude.
Good call there at the end. Okay, let's watch a little bit of, obviously, that game. Kings end up losing. Let's watch some of his game on Saturday. 49, 3-9. This one in a victory. We're just going to watch fourth quarter buckets. Hopefully there's some in there.
Doug McDermott.
Of course there are.
Deck first, having his
This will be final one we watch before we move on to games on the radar. Good move inside.
3-8 on the season. 15
Kings down 9 at this point.
Western Conference.
10 minutes to go in the fourth. Fox is lethal in that close and mid-range.
Just under 40% for Colin Sexton.
Here comes De'Aaron Fox, 3-point ball game. 17-footers cash.
And you can't turn it over in this situation. Just try and move the ball.
3 on the clock for Fox. Fox.
Yeah, he's got that little floater.
De'Aaron Fox now with 44.
Little pull up. Tough to stop close.
Little handoff to De'Aaron Fox. Fox with the matchup on Clarkson. Oh, he big boyed him. Big body packed him.
Little semi-pro going on. You take it. No, you.
6 now.
Okay, Kings end up winning that game. They were behind a lot of that as well. We're not going to watch full game, but I did. This one was on Sunday. I wrote most of the script on Sunday, and this happened as I was writing it. Got Timberwolves Suns. Julius Randle buzzer beater. Julius Randle buzzer beater. We're just going to watch that bucket.
Ingles. Over to Randle. Randle got it off in time. Oh, he's cold-blooded.
I mean, this moment was awesome. He's mirroring Booker. Booker said, no foul. Randle just staring him down, arms up. That was an awesome shot. Might do a video on that one if I have the time to do it. That's all we're going to look at for top performances. Just a huge week of scoring. SGA Monday, 45. Steph, 37 on Tuesday. Wednesday, a lot of big performances. Wemby, 50. Giannis, 59. LeBron, triple-double. And then De'Aaron Fox closing out the week. Huge. 60 and a loss on Friday, and then follows it up on Saturday with a 49-piece. 49-piece. Usually I call it 50-piece or 60-piece, whatever it is. 49 points and a win over the Jazz. Seems like comeback win on the Jazz. Huge week for scoring. First couple weeks I felt were pretty slow as far as just scoring performances go, so it picked up quite a bit there. Let's lob it over and talk some games on the radar for the upcoming week. All right, starting off with Monday, we got Warriors-Clippers. Let's find this game down here. 10:30. Warriors, hot start to the season. Clippers have handed them one of their two losses, so chance for Warriors to get revenge. They've been playing really exciting ball. They've got a deep bench. I think Warriors, got my eye on this game, but I think Warriors win this one. Stay hot. Tuesday, we've got Cavs-Celtics. Let's get over there. This should be an awesome game. NBA Cup. They're in Group C. Both incredibly hot to start the season. Cavs obviously undefeated, 15-0, having a wild start. In Cup play, the Cavs are 1-0, Celtics 0-1. So hopefully Celtics, they're trying to stay alive. This should be an awesome game, and I think they're in our Tuesday prediction, which we'll close out the show with as far as winner for this game. On Wednesday, we've got Knicks and Suns. Some Kentucky boys going at it. Where are we at here? Knicks, Suns, 10 o'clock. But we got some Kentucky boys, Towns and Booker going at it. So UK Stars matching up. That should be an awesome game. That one's going to be on ESPN. Friday, we've got Mavs and Nuggets. Where are we at here? Mavs, Nuggets on Friday. This is also Cup play, West Group C. Both teams are 0-1 in group play, so they both desperately need a win. Anybody else? And that's obviously Jokic and Luka matching up. They're always exciting. Pacers and Bucks, also group play. This will be an awesome matchup. Pacers 0-1, Bucks 1-0. And that could be a huge confidence booster for the Bucks if they can do something with this cup with the start they've been having the season. Also on Friday, I don't know why I'm looking forward to this one so much, but I am. Celtics Wizards. I think the Wizards upset the Celtics in group play. Calling my shot. That's not a prediction I have later in the show, but it is a prediction now. Wizards upset Celtics on Friday. Huge upset. Don't bet on it. But if you do, put your money on Wizards. Okay, on Saturday, we've got Nuggets, Lakers. Just always love this matchup. Also I'll be watching Warriors Spurs. 8:30. Ooh, get to go to bed maybe a little early. Psych, because once that game ends, then I'll watch Nuggets, Lakers. And then closing out the week, Sunday. Rough transition. We've got T-Wolves facing the Celtics. Timberwolves, Celtics, 3:30. Well, afternoon. Anthony Edwards on Jason Tatum. I just think Edwards is going to try to go after Tatum's throat. This should be an awesome game. Anything else on Sunday? Mavs, Heat. Not the best slate ever. Clippers, 76ers could be a great matchup if everybody was healthy, but that probably will not happen. That's all right. All right, let's lob it over and talk some MVP odds. Through the first 4 weeks, Jokic leading the MVP race. He's averaging 29 points, almost 28 points, almost 14 rebounds, and almost 12 assists, so a triple-double. Just wild. He's so fun to watch. Not the most athletic, but if you watch his passing, that's what I've loved watching about Jokic so far. Is just if I watch his highlights, I usually watch his assists, not really his scoring. Number 2 in the MVP race right now, SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Obviously some different odds going on, but plus, let's go DraftKings plus 275. He's averaging 28, 5, and 6, and he's plus 11.5 per game on average. That's the highest plus minus in the top 9 at least, which it doesn't tell the full story because he has a complete team around him. But worth noting, he has the highest plus minus out of these top 9 that we're going to look at. Tatum, he's number 3. DraftKings, he's plus 475. He's averaging almost 30, just under 29.7 points per game, 7.9 rebounds, and 5.9 assists. And he's up there as far as plus minus goes, 10.1 per game. So solid race by Tatum so far. I think he maybe gets hurt a little bit or dinked because the team around him is so strong. Celtics a very complete team, which doesn't mean he shouldn't get it or won't be in that conversation, but I do think he's probably going to be negatively impacted because the Celtics are such a complete team. Luka Doncic plus 1,000 over at DraftKings, 28.2 points per game, 7.8 rebounds, and 7.8 assists. So having a slightly slower start. I don't have his stats from last year written down, but he is dipping in production a little bit. I think they'll get going. They'll figure out how to fit Klay Thompson in. So Doncic, maybe he goes up in this race, but at the moment he's number 4. Number 5 in this race, Anthony Edwards. He's plus 1,000 as well, which is the same as Luka. I don't know. I feel like Ant might be a little bit high at the moment. But as far as points, he is producing 28.1 a game, 5.1 rebounds, 3.8 assists, but he's just plus 2.4 a game in plus minus. I think there's a lot of hype around Edwards from the media, and I do think he'll benefit from that. But honestly, right now, I'd definitely have Davis and Mitchell. Mitchell's kind of the same thing as Tatum right now. He's maybe getting negatively impacted because the Cavs are looking like a super complete team, but they're 15-0 and led by Mitchell. So Edwards, we'll see what happens as the year goes on and as Randall finds his fit there and they get chemistry going. But I think Edwards, I have him a little bit lower in this race. AD is number, what are we at, 6? Yep, AD 6 on this list, and he is having a great start to the year. 31.1 points per game. That's second highest on the top 9. We haven't said first highest yet. 11.2 rebounds, 2.6 assists, but he's only 0.8 plus or minus, which is, again, the plus minus doesn't tell a full story because it depends on the rest of the team and what's happening with that. But that's just interesting that he's producing at such a high volume and the plus minus isn't matching that. But he's having a great start. If he keeps playing well and the Lakers win a lot of games, he'll stay in this conversation. Number 7 on this list, Donovan Mitchell, the Cavs, red hot to start the season, undefeated so far, at least at the time I'm recording this. Mitchell putting up 24.6 points per game, 4.4 rebounds, and 4.1 assists. So solid start. It's another one. Tatum and Mitchell right now, I think, are in the same boat where their teams look very complete. So they don't have, it's not the burden just solely on them. They have pieces around them that can help them win games. So maybe they're negatively being impacted by that. But Mitchell, if the Cavs stay hot and they keep winning games and he keeps playing well, I think he's going to stay right in this conversation. Giannis, he is plus 3,000, and Donovan Mitchell also plus 3,000. But Giannis putting up 32.3 points per game. He has the highest scoring average on this top 9 list, 12.3 rebounds per game and 6.1 assists. He also has a plus minus of negative 1.7, and he's the only player in here right now with a negative plus minus. Bucks not looking awesome. I do think that if Giannis can go on just an elite run and flip the script on the Bucks, they end up winning a bunch of games. I think that helps him potentially, but right now I don't think he is a legitimate MVP candidate if the Bucks keep losing games. And last on this list that we're going to check out, Steph Curry. He's averaging 22.7 points per game, 5.1 rebounds, 6.4 assists, and he has a plus minus of plus 10.2. He's having a great start. Kind of same thing I was saying with Donovan Mitchell and Jason Tatum. Warriors are just very deep right now. Steph isn't having to play as many minutes as he usually does. So I think with that, unless some injuries happen and he has to take on a bigger workload, play more minutes, I think Steph probably still stays in the conversation, especially if the Warriors keep winning games. But I don't know that he kind of elevates into the top 3, top 4, top 5 candidates. I hadn't looked at these. I don't have the stats down for them, but we've got Durant. I know he jumped when I looked at these stats. Booker was right behind Curry and Victor Wembanyama right behind Booker. But now Durant, he probably had a great game the other night. He has jumped Devin Booker and is now right behind Curry at plus 6,000. So that's going to be us talking about MVP odds. I think, as we get deeper into the season, we're still very early, but we'll see some of the award races kind of take shape. Playoff positioning not solidify because it'll take all the way until the end of the season. But I think we're starting to get a picture of what this season is going to look like through the first 4 weeks of the season. So let's lob it over and talk some predictions for Tuesday games. All right, I've got 3 predictions for Tuesday. First one's going to be Cavs-Celtics. Cavs 15-0. Celtics were the early season favorites to come out of the East. I think in some ways they probably still are, but the Cavs, they're being undeniable right now. They're 15-0. Undefeated to start the season. I think the Celtics hand the Cavs their first loss this season. So Celtics defeat the Cavs. Prediction number 1. Prediction number 2. I'm actually gonna flip these how I had them. Prediction number 2. This one's nothing crazy, but I'm gonna say the Hornets defeat the Nets. Nothing super controversial there, but I'm just calling my shot. I've been watching a lot of Hornets highlights, recaps. They're just very fun to watch. Eric Collins, announcer for the Hornets, he's been, as always, incredible, electric listen. So I've been watching a lot of them. Predicting Hornets defeat the Nets. Prediction number 2. And our final prediction number 3. I'm saying in the Thunder Spurs game, Victor Wembanyama, who's averaging 22.7 a game, I think he goes for 50 against the Thunder. That's my prediction. All right, that's going to be a wrap on this video. If you stuck around till now, I appreciate you watching. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, go and join the team, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.